objects taking r at a time. And there's the formula right here. N factorial over n minus r factorial. And n in the problem is always going to be your bigger number. So that's the easy way to remember it. Right under n, or put an arrow out to the side, bigger number. And under r, write smaller number. So that way you'll remember. This is on our notes from yesterday. So again, n is going to be our bigger number, r is going to be our smaller number in every example. Alright, Haley, if you'll read 1 for me.
You are considering 10 different colleges. Before you decide to apply to the colleges, you want to visit some or all of them. And how many orders can you visit? A is each of the colleges, and B is all 10 colleges.
Good. So we're looking at all the different orders you can visit 6 colleges, part A. Okay, so what would be the N and R in part A? 10 would be our what? N. Good. So write N equals 10. What would be our R? Good. Because we're visiting 6 out of 10 colleges. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and plug it in this formula. So we'd write 10p6 equals what on top? 10 what? What's it called? Factorial. Good. 10 factorial over what? 10 minus 6. Good. Alright, before you start calculating, what was 10 factorial again? Good. All the way, we stop at what? 1. You could stop at 2 also, Levi. Alright, and what is 10 minus 6? So what is 4 factorial?
4.
Alright, so which numbers would cancel out?
3, 4, 3 to 1.
Good. The 4s would cancel out, the 3s would, the 2s would, and the 1s would, correct? So really all we're finding is what?
10 times 9 times 8 times 6 times 6.
Good. Go ahead and find that on your own. Alright, anybody want to give me the answer?
1, 5, 1, 2, 0, 0.
Good. So this is how many different orders you could visit this college. Anybody have questions about that one? Does anybody have a TI 83 or 84 with them? Alright, let me show you how to do this on your calculator. It's a neat little way. Alright, let me zoom out. Alright, so if you have your calculator, make sure you're typing this in. We're going to type the biggest number first, so 10. Go ahead and type that in. And then hit the math button. And go over to PRB. And see where it says NPR. Go down to NPR. And then it says 10 NPR, and you're going to put in 6. And it'll give you the correct answer. And you can use these types of calculators on the ACT or any test. So it's worth the investment. I won't go into preaching about them. Y'all already heard my spiel. But they're a good investment. Do I need to go over how to do that one more time? Yes? You don't have that type of calculator? No. You need it? Alright, we'll do it on the next problem. Don't tell people to shut up. Shh. Alright, so let's do this one and I'll show you how to do it on the calculator. So this time it says we're visiting all 10 colleges, right? Which one's going to be N?
10.
And what's going to be R?
6.
Good. We're visiting 10 out of how many colleges? 10 colleges. So we would set this up as 10 P10. Tell me what to write for my numerator.
10 factorial.
Good. Over.
10 minus 10 factorial.
Good. Alright, we know on top what we'll have. I'm not going to write it out because y'all know what 10 factorial is, correct? But on bottom, what will we have?
1.
0 factorial, which is what? 1. Good. So all you're doing here is just calculating 10 factorial, correct? So go ahead and do that on your own. And whenever somebody gets it, you can say it out loud.
362880.
Very good. And I'll go over one more time how to do this in your calculator if you have a TI 83 or 84. Any questions about that one? Alright, so if you have your calculator, you would type in 10 first. Oops. And then go to Math. Go all the way over to PRB. And you'll hit the one that says P because you're dealing with permutations. Then type the number 10, enter. Any questions about that one? Alright, flip it. Alright, Eric, if you'll read number 2 for me.
How many ways can 6 classes be scheduled in
Alright, so you're about to get an insight on how the counselors at Thompson High School, how many options they have for y'all's classes. It's ridiculous. Okay, so what is R, and let's go back. Let's go ahead and write the formula up here, so that way we won't have to keep flipping back. So go ahead and write this up here, so that way we won't have to keep flipping back on our paper. Alright, what would be our N in this one?
10.
And R? Good. Oops. So tell me how to set it up.
10 factorial.
Over.
10 minus 6.
Good. Find this one on your own. And then I'm going to call... Yeah, it is. I was hoping y'all wouldn't see that. Alright, Guy, what is it?
151,200.
Everybody agree?
Yep.
So they would have 1,000 or 151,200 different options to make y'all schedule. If there was only 6 classes, y'all would take out of 10. Isn't that crazy?
Good job.
That is a lot. Alright, Carson, read number 3 for me.
How many outcomes for win, place, and show are in there for a 7-horse race?
Alright, let's think about this. There's got to be an N and an R, but we only see one number, right? What do you think is our N? Do you think 7 is our N or our R? N. Then what would be R? 3. Where do you get 3 from?
The win, place, and show.
Good. That's 3. So this would be 7 factorial over... Good. And let's go ahead and write this out. So this would be 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 over what?
4 times 3 times 2.
Good. So all these cancel out, and we have 7 times 6 times 5.
15.
Good. Questions? Alright, do number 4 on your own, then I'll call one person up to this board to work it out. I don't want you to ask me if it's correct or not, because I'm okay with y'all messing up and everybody at the class seeing it, because more than likely somebody has made the same mistake you have. And I want the whole class to kind of see it and see what we messed up on. Guy, you want to work it out?
Yeah.
Alright, come on up here.
Alright. Do I bring my paper?
Nope. Make sure you write it out how to work it, not just finding the answer.
Equals 7 R equals 4 7 P equals that right?
I can't see it.
Oh, my bad.
Great job. Just right here, make sure you put 7 factorial, 3 factorial, because we know what you're talking about, but on the ACT, those people might think that you're calculating 7 divided by 3.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody agree with Guy?
No.
What?
840.
How do you get
You're
what?
incorrect. He's being silly.
Giver.
Alright, any
You go over
questions
that.
about this one? Which part?
Can't go.
Yeah. Alright, Guy, how did you get 7?
I can't see, hold up. The 7 members,
Okay, then how did you get your R?
the president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer.
Good. Does everybody understand that part? And we always know the n's going to be our bigger number, so that's why 7 is our n. Did everybody understand how we set up this part? Good. So 7 factorial over 3 factorial, all the 3 2 1s canceled out, so you have 7 times 6 times 5 times 4. Good. Any other questions? Alright, I need 3 volunteers. Alright, so Alexis, Cyrus, and Austin. Come on. Alright, everybody pay close attention. Alright, your letter I'm going to give you is M, your O, your M. I want you to figure out how many different ways you can arrange those letters and write them on the board. Okay? Not as a word, just how many different ways you can arrange those 3 letters. She's O, y'all 2 are M's. Go ahead. I'll give y'all about 2 minutes.
Got it, Bill.
You don't write O, she writes O. You're just M. So for example, see how many ways you can write, like different orders. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mom.
No.
Where does you at?
Yes, and only one O.
Oh, they said there's a
I wouldn't be able to look at.
Is that all of them?
Is it?
No, it's not.
So 6 more? Yeah.
Wait, hold up.
Got 1 more minute.
You can do it.
That says N factorial, N minus R factorial.
Oh,
Y'all don't have to calculate anything. Alright, y'all have a seat. I need all your colors. Don't erase it, don't erase it. Okay. Alright, so here's the combinations they came up with. Can one person raise their hand and tell me a different way to write them with the colors? Alright, Heidi.
Orange M,
Okay, hold on.
the O and green.
Okay.
Oh, it was colors too.
Yeah, what else?
Okay.
You know what's got another one?
Green is red. Oh, I got it.
Go ahead, guys.
Red O, orange, and green O.
Okay, there's one more.
Green M.
Green M. Okay, now let's look at these. That's 6 different ways, right?
Yeah.
None of them are repeated?
No.
Good. Okay, if we did not have these colors, so let me rewrite them in black, all in black, okay? I'll write them over here. M-O-M, O-M-M, M-M-O, M-O-M,
You already did that.
O-M-M, M-M. Are there any repeated?
Yeah, there's
So how many options do we have over here?
3.
3. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting to that in a second. So really, if I didn't have the colors, how many options would there be? 3, not 6, right?
Yeah.
So, Let me zoom in some. So far you've been finding permutations of distinct objects. If some objects are repeated, like in this example, then some of the permutations are not distinguishable. So for instance, of the 6 ways to order the letters MOM, which we already did, in this case the number of permutations is 3 factorial over 2 factorial, which would be 6 divided by 3, and let me write that up here. Again, what is 3 factorial? And what is 2 factorial? So these would cancel out and you'd have what? That's how many options we had, right? Different combinations. Not 3 factorial, because 3 factorial would be 3 times 2, which is what? 6. We really don't have 6. Okay? So what I'm saying is, sometimes we'll have permutations with repetition. Sorry, up here. And this formula is kind of confusing, so we're just going to jump straight into examples so that way you can see how to work them out instead of using this formula because it's confusing. Alright, so for example 1, part A. First of all, how many letters are there?
4.
That is going to be our numerator, or our n, okay? How many letters are repeating?
2.
Well, 1 letter, right? But how many times is it repeating? 2. That's going to be our denominator. And the only thing we're going to do with this formula is just going to be n factorial, just like you see here. So 4 factorial over, and these are our Q1. Sorry, let me fix that. Q1 over 2 factorial. So how many different ways could you rearrange Ohio?
12.
It'd be 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 over what?
2 times
And so that would be 12. Good. You'd have 12 different ways you could arrange the word Ohio. So again, let me explain it. The number that goes on top is how many letters there are. On bottom, it's how many times is 1 letter repeated. And it'd just be 2 times right here, correct?
Yep.
Questions about that one? Okay. Alright, let's move on to Mississippi then. So how many different ways could we write the letter Mississippi? How many letters are there in Mississippi? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good, so that'll be our numerator, correct? That's not how we can write it. Alright, is the letter M being repeated? Alright, what about I? And how many times do you see the word I? Or letter I? So it'd be 4 factorial on bottom, but we're not done.
Another 4.
And then how many times do you see the letter S?
4.
So 4 factorial. How many times do you see the letter P?
2.
Have we covered all the letters? Yes. So we would have, and let's go ahead and write this out, 11 factorial, so 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And let's go ahead and write these out, but let's put them in parentheses, okay? So 4 factorial would be what?
4 times 3 times 2 times.
Good. And then 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, all over 2 times 1. Alright, which one's bigger right here? 4 factorial or 2 factorial?
4.
4. So we want to go ahead and cancel out what we can. Okay? Do we see any more 4s, 3s, 2s, 1s on top? No, so we can't cancel out these because they've already been canceled out right here. Again, do we see 2 or 1 on top? No. So what you're going to have to do in your calculator is do 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 equals divided by 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Or just 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 times 2. I'll give you time to calculate it and then we're going to compare answers because I don't think all of us will have the same thing. Great, your notes are in the bin. They have your name on them.
Wait, what did you say?
Calculate the top first. So 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. Then hit enter. And then the divide button. And then do 4 times 3 times 2 times 2. Does anybody want to share their answer? Somebody else besides Guy. Cyrus, go ahead. No, but I'll show you how to type in your calculator because a lot of people probably got the wrong thing. All right, Austin, what'd you get?
I got 4,989,600.
What'd you get, Diego?
798,326.
No, Guy, what'd you get?
I got 34,650.
Yeah, let's go over how to type this in. All right, clear your calculators. Clear them. And can everybody see mine okay?
Yes.
All right, so type in 11 times 10. Let me take this off. Times 9, times 8, times 7, times 6, times 5. Everybody right there? Hit enter. We are on 11.1 through 11.2. And we're on number 1 under permutations with repetition.
Oh, I see.
Alright, and now do divided by, and then put a parentheses. Maybe that's messing up y'all's calculator. Put a parentheses, and we would put what?
4 times 3 times 2 times 1.
Times.
2 times 1.
Good, 2 times 1.
And close the parentheses.
Yes, then close it and then hit enter. Did everybody get it that
I
time?
just figured out the top and then figured out the bottom and looked at it.
Okay. Did everybody get it that time? Yes. Alright, if you have a TI 83 or 84, I'll show you a shortcut.
Got lost.
So you could just type this part in if you have a TI 83 or 84. So let me show you. You type 11, math, go to PRB, see the factorial sign, hit it, divided by, and then put in parentheses 4 math factorial, 4 math factorial, 2 math factorial,
Why you doing 4 twice?
because it's twice right here.
Oh, because, oh, wait.
I'm doing the original, and then it'll give you the same thing if you do it that way. Questions? Y'all want to try Florida on your own?
No.
Yeah, I think so. Go ahead and try it on your own. I'll get one person to come up here and work it out. When you get done.
Just the right answer.
This is going to be 7 what on top.
Oh.
You're good. Mm-hmm. Haley, great. Good.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do some. Very good. Does everybody agree with Haley? Everybody knew it was 0 on bottom line. Good. No repeating letters. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna give you till 8:55 to work on your homework on the back. So let me know if you have questions. Then we're gonna go ahead and start a little bit on the notes 11.3. So I want to have time to review.